This video is on replacing a crankshaft position sensor on a Hyundai 2.4 liter. This vehicle happens to be a Santa Fe. I think it's around a 2001 model. Now the dealer wanted $400 labor to replace this little sensor. It has taken us probably an hour, maybe less, to get to the part. It's really not that difficult. You take off. Well, it may be difficult for a novice, but if you've worked on machinery a good bit, you should be able to knock it out. You just jack the car up, remove the wheel. There's a little plastic cover that you have to remove. It's got about 4 10mm bolts. They use a 10mm wrench to get to it, and that reveals the this end of the engine on the 4-cylinder engine. So I'm going to move in a little closer here, and I'm just going to show you the crankshaft position sensor. Now it's right here. Now if we had replaced this about a year ago when we replaced the timing belt, we wouldn't be in here now. So anyone ever working on a timing belt on one of these 2.4 liter Hyundais, go ahead and spend the $70 and get you a new crankshaft position sensor while you're in there, or ask your mechanic to do it, because it could save you $400 labor a year later. It could be that the sensor went bad because the mechanic actually did a lot of cleaning on this vehicle when he replaced the timing belt. But either way, the vehicle's got 150,000 miles. It's time for the crankshaft sensor to go out on almost any vehicle over 100,000 miles. Go ahead, if you're working on one, replace that crankshaft position sensor. Now you can see how this thing works. See the little plate behind the gear here on the crankshaft? It's got two little extended parts of this round plate that spins around, and it actually goes through a slot in the crankshaft position sensor, and that picks up the signal and sends a signal to the ignition system to fire. So the big problem with this one is that, as you see the wire on the crankshaft position sensor, it runs right up through behind the timing belt, behind the power steering assembly. So I've got to take this power steering assembly off. That's my next step, just to get to the wire, because it does not unplug here. A lot of crankshaft position sensors just plug and unplug right here, but Hyundai, in their wisdom, probably saved 50 cents by not putting a plug on this position sensor. And so now you've got to do about 2 hours extra work to fish the wire out of there, and to pull all the wire out and to replace the wire. I'm going to go to the top of the engine, show you where the wire comes through when it goes up to the ignition system. Just hold on a minute. We'll get there. You might get a picture of my little pet hen in the background cackling around here. Okay, my trusty light out of the way here. Let's see. I don't have my glasses on right now, so I'm not getting it. So you can see the power steering unit here bolted on the side of the engine, and I think that's got to be loosened up and moved back so that I can fish this wire out. Here's the wire for the crankshaft position sensor, and it runs on up, and it goes through this, underneath this, comes through here, and plugs in right here. So this wire runs from here all the way down through under this cover, across the engine, comes back here. Actually, it came across the engine here, came back here, runs down under here, and down to the first part we showed you. So I'll do another video to show you some more reassembly and things like that. I did this video because when I was researching to do this project, I thought, boy, it sure would be nice if somebody had put a little picture of that crankshaft position sensor on YouTube. I searched for it and couldn't find it, so now there will be one on there. So check in with me later. Thanks.